You know, it's a funny thing about inspiration. I rarely remember what inspires a play. Sometimes this or that thought will come to me. I suppose what I wanted to do in this play was examine my concept and other people's concepts of the afterlife, hell specifically. And I imagine that I chose Bernie Madoff because, if there's anyone we can sort of theoretically presume maybe going to hell, should there actually be a hell, Bernie would be a pretty universal candidate. And so for that reason, I thought, well, let's examine hell and send Bernie down there in Dante's place, I guess, and let him have a chance to, well, through his eyes, let us have a chance to see what it may be comprised of and involve. The play is actually a step-by-step journey through hell, which looks disturbingly like Manhattan. And to Bernie, he does bump into his own Virgil-like character, a guide, who oddly enough is named Verge, and the two of them proceed through different scenes of hell. Bernie is consistently being surprised, as I think we are, about what is and isn't in hell. What is possible and what is not possible to do in hell. But he seems to focus on this concept of, well, if this is hell, and Bernie's Jewish and doesn't necessarily believe in hell in the first place, but if this is hell, sort of prove it, and very quickly he gets involved with this issue of, can Verge really establish to him that whatever this is hell? So questions of punishment and pain do tend to rise to the surface fairly quickly. But it is interesting when you start to think about hell, because you immediately fall, or any real, any of the tenets of major religions, I suppose, because you immediately fall into all sorts of logical conundrums. And if you approach them seriously, if you actually ask the question seriously, you are left with a crisis of faith pretty quickly. And this play, if it has a serious theme, and I suppose it does, has to do with what is the nature of faith? What is in a world in which no religious tenet is provable empirically, and yet millions of people die in religious-based wars and over the millennia. What are we talking about when we talk about religion? Are we talking about something that's comforting or something that's really rather terrorizing? And how does each individual make their peace with a sense of an afterlife or a sense of no afterlife at all?